Today I am going to tell you about the Rajapaksa clan, the ruling clan of Sri Lanka. Why they are been discussed so much in public? What is the problem? Let's have a look at that. The Rajapaksa clan, the family rule has been there in this island country called Sri Lanka for a long time. Right. And in fact, before the independence of Sri Lanka, they were in power. And after independence, Sri Lanka got independence in 1948. From 1948 even till today, the Rajapaksa clan is there in power. That means it's a very, very powerful family, right? Let's have a look at that. What is it all about? Their family background, right? And this family is entirely based in Hambantota district in the southern province of Sri Lanka. It's also a very famous port, right? And the whole family is based there. And it is basically a land-owning family. They're into cultivation. They're very rich, kind of a family. Now, first generation of Rajapaksas came to power even before independence. Let me tell you, in 1936, for the first time, Rajapaksas' great-grandfathers, they came to power in the state council, right? And just before the independence, 1 year before the independence in 1947, two Rajapaksas were elected to the parliament of Sri Lanka. And one of them was the father of the current president and prime minister of Sri Lanka, right? So that was the second generation. Now, if you look at the third generation, politicians are there in front of all of us today, right? And this third generation politicians include the president Gotabaya Rajapaksa. His full name is Nandasena Gotabaya Rajapaksa, right? He was formerly a lieutenant colonel in the Sri Lankan army, and then he became the secretary to the defense ministry, right? When his brother Mahinda Rajapaksa was the president of Sri Lanka from 2005 to 2015. Today he is the president of Sri Lanka, right? And next, when you look at the second famous Rajapaksa today, third generation Rajapaksa I'm talking about, is no other than Mahinda Rajapaksa, the current Prime Minister of Sri Lanka. His full name is Percy Mahinda Rajapaksa, right? You see, he has been into Parliament as an MP, right, for a long time. But in 2004, it so happened that then President of Sri Lanka, Chandrika Kumaratunga, for the first time made him the Prime Minister of the island nation. In 2005, she stepped down as the president and declared him as the presidential candidate of the Sri Lanka Freedom Party. And from 2005, he won the election and he became the president of the country. So from 2005 to 2010, right, he was the president. And then, if you look at, again in 2010, he won the election. And from 2010, again, he continued up till 2015. Look at this. So, he is one of the most powerful Rajapaksas in the clan, right? And next, let me tell you, in 2015, Mahinda Rajapaksa lost to his partyman called Maithripala Sirisena in the presidential battle. So he lost the presidential election. So he went out of power. Now next, in 2019, right, he was appointed as the Prime Minister of the country by his own brother, right, Gotabaya Rajapaksa, who then became the president of the country. In 2020 August, right, in that year, 2020, he won the parliamentary election. Formally, he became the Prime Minister of the island nation. This is the journey of these people. Look at that. Another one brother, eldest in the family called, Chamal Rajapaksa. He was Minister of Ports and Aviation, Irrigation and Water Management when, during the time of his brother Mahinda Rajapaksa, who was president. And then again, he became the Speaker of the National Assembly of Sri Lanka from 2010 to 2015. Look at this. He's one of the brother, an eldest among all of them. Another one, Basil Rajapaksa, he was finance minister till he resigned some 1 week back. He was the finance minister of the current government of Mahinda Rajapaksa. So he was also one among them. Look at this. Now, when you look at the Rajapaksa whole clan, what you see is that they have 9 children, 3 daughters and 6 brothers. All of them are in politics, maybe not directly, unlike this big four, right? Mahinda Rajapaksa, right? Gotabaya Rajapaksa, then Chamal Rajapaksa, then Basil Rajapaksa, right? Apart from that, rest of them are also holding various posts in government of these 2 brothers, right? Now, when you go down, they are the 3rd generation politician, am I right? Now the 4th generation politicians are also ready and they are also occupying different posts in the government. One of them is Namal Rajapaksa. He is the son of current Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa. He is a sports and youth minister. Another one is again a minister, state minister. He is Sachindra, right, who is the son of Chamal Rajapaksa. So look at all of them. They are holding different posts today in the island nation. This is a very, very powerful family in that sense of the term. Now, the question is that why people are against them? What is the problem that we need to address? Right. Let me tell you very briefly. This family has been, regarded as a ruling family, most dominant family of the island nation. Particularly when Mahinda Rajapaksa was in power for 10 years as the president of that country. That is the time the family had a very strong hold of the entire country. That time, if we all remember, and let me also tell you, his brother Gotabaya Rajapaksa, as I told you, he was made the defense secretary of the country. And Mahinda Rajapaksa and his brother together, along with the Sri Lankan army, launched one of the most powerful military campaign against the liberation tigers of Tamil Eelam, the dreaded terror group of Sri Lanka. And even LTTE, as we know it, has been disturbing and paralyzing the governments of Sri Lanka at various times for near about 30 years. And these 2 brothers, along with the help of the army, crushed that, dreaded terror movement forever. An LTT leader, Velapillai Prabhakaran, was also shot dead along with his family. The whole movement of LTTE for a separate, island nation from Sri Lanka was been crushed. And in 2009, LTT's so-called power came to an end. And this was done by Gotabaya because he was instrumental in doing that. And there was massive human rights violation against Mahinda Rajapaksa government then. And from then onwards, Gotabaya Rajapaksa was known as the Terminator in the family. I mean, a real Terminator. Look at that. Because Prabhakaran disturbed the whole country for a long time. Right. Even killed one of Sri Lanka's President Premadasa also. And our own Prime Minister, late, ex-Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi was also killed by an LTT suicide bomber in Sri Perumbudur, Madras. Right. In 1991, 21st of May. Right. So this all was done by LTT, and that LTT was completely crushed by these 2 brothers and their government. Since then, these brothers became too powerful, And in 2019, right, the younger brother, I mean, Gotabaya Rajapaksa was elected as the president of the country. And since then, they are just ruling the nation with an iron hand. So people, opposition parties, right, all of them were up in arms against them. And today, since the island country is going under an economic strife, so people have all come out on the road saying, "Go home, Gota." They all want, Rajapaksa family to be out from Sri Lankan politics. At the moment, they want them to resign en masse. The whole family get out of power. In fact, Sri Lanka's, opposition parties are all coming together to move a no confidence motion against the government. That is what we have read today. Let's watch out, for what kind of change is going to come in that country. It is in a very bad mess today. But this Rajapaksa family, let me tell you, whatever I have told, this is how the family has come to power and has been ruling the country even before independence till now at various capacities. Right, yet one family, two presidents, one prime minister, rest of them are also equally powerful. Right, so just keep in mind, read more about the Rajapaksa family. I'll be bringing more information about the Sri Lankan crisis, economic crisis, again to you. Keep watching me. Thank you so much. Bye bye.